All right, guys, so welcome back to another training session here at Power Lead System. This is Franco Gonzalez, and what I want to do in this coaching session is I want to talk about how to create and promote content on social networks that generates traffic, endless leads for yourself, and sales in your business. And I call the strategy we're going to talk about in the next few slides here, I call it tactical content marketing mastery. Tactical content marketing. It's evergreen, it's very sustainable. You can apply this tactic to wherever the social graph goes, wherever the social networks go, whatever the platform is. You're going to be able to apply this strategy to generate fresh, relevant traffic and direct it into your sales funnels. Okay, so let's get right into it. A lot of content to cover. So let's get right into it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set up a slideshow here. Set up a slideshow, go to the beginning. All right, so let's get right into it. What is tactical content marketing? It's an idea that you create into a system of creating and sharing content that you know without a shadow of doubt people are already consuming, and then using that, directing them to your marketing messages, into your marketing systems, into your marketing process. Okay? That's what I mean when we talk about tactical content marketing. Whereas just regular content marketing, to me, in the context of this training, regular content marketing is just any old content. You go out there and push it out with a sales message in it. Well, tactical content marketing adds an element that can guarantee that you're going to be creating content and sharing content around topics, items, and trending videos and news reports and hashtags where you know for sure that the traffic is already at and quite viral. Okay, that's the difference. So anyway, that's what tactical content marketing is. How do you do it? Well, creating an evergreen traffic and lead system. Using this method, you can create a completely evergreen and replication friendly for your team traffic system for yourself and your selling teams, and use it to warm up your paid traffic from cold advertising as well. Right? Solo ads, buying traffic, you got to warm those people up so that you can convert more of them, as many as humanly possible. Okay, so using this method, you're going to be able to do that. And here's a huge shortcut so you can kind of see where we're going with this. Here's a huge shortcut. So kind of just telling you what I'm about to explain to you. Social media networks today, if you know how to look, if you know how to listen, if you know how to pay attention, social media networks tell you exactly what content people are already consuming. They use different language. On Twitter, they're called trending hashtags. On YouTube, trending videos. On news aggregation sites, trending news, trending headlines, right? So social media networks are really great at showing you exactly what content people are already consuming. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to leverage into that massive pile of traffic. And social media networks also give you a giant platform where you can feed that market what you know they're already reading, watching, and listening to. That's what we're going to be talking about, how to systemize. I call it inform, then transition. Use the trending topics and trending news and trending videos where you know people are already talking about that. Use that to inform and then transition into your marketing invitations, marketing messages. Okay, so that's what it means. Use trending stories and content and repackage it on your own platform, and then transition into your solutions and your marketing information. And to do this very, very well, you're going to need to learn, obviously I'm going to show you where to find the trending content, but you're going to need to know your buyer. Only you can teach yourself more about that. You know what market niche you're in. Know your buyer. Know as much about your buyer as humanly possible. What are they frustrated about? What keeps them up at night? How do your solutions serve them? How do your solutions solve their problems? What content are they already consuming on a day-to-day basis? Right? You need to know your buyer, and then when you merge that with what I'm about to teach you, you'll be able to build evergreen traffic generation lead collecting systems that will never go out of style because there's always something trending to talk about. Okay? So what you want to do is position yourself to become their resource, a resource of value to them. The perception that you are a resource of value to them. Become a resource they come to for answers, for value, for entertainment, for laughing, for solutions to certain things, right? You want to stay top of mind to them. You're going to do this with this content. You're going to do this with other training that I teach you on how to execute some social media posting strategies so that you could position yourself, frame yourself to become their resource of value. We're combining all of these little elements that I'm sharing in these slides. And at the end of the presentation, I'll show you exactly what this looks like in real life. You'll see it's very, very simple. It's not rocket science, but you need to learn these core basic elements so that you know these are all the pieces to the puzzle. We'll put the puzzle together and we'll let you go fly with it at the end of this presentation. Okay? Now, here's what you're going to need to pull this off. You're going to need a good offer to sell them that they're already buying. Okay? Something that solves their problems in your market niche. And if you're here at Power Lead System, you should have a great offer. If you're an affiliate reselling Power Lead System, then I know you have a great offer to sell the people in this marketplace that we know they're already buying. They're buying all kinds of stuff from all kinds of systems and gurus and programs and this and that, and you have a fantastic offer full of value for them. We just have to position and frame it correctly and then get it out there consistently. Keep your message in front of them at all times, consistent, daily, productive activity. Okay? You're also going to need a social media presence on Facebook and Twitter. I'm not just talking about your Facebook regular profile. I'm talking about a business fan page on Facebook, and I'll show you how to create that if you haven't already. And you're going to need a platform so that you can position your content in the best light, be able to take them deep into your content, and transition from whatever content you're talking about or sharing into the message for your marketing solutions. Right into your marketing messages. And a platform like that means you're going to need your own blog or at least your own business fan page where you can share some of this kind of content. A little bit different than just your profile. Okay? Now here, just so you know where we're going, here is the process in a nutshell. Number one, you're going to find trending content or stories because that is where the people are already at. That's where the traffic is at, right? So find trending content or stories. Number two, you're going to create your own content from those stories, even if it's just slight little tweaks, and just share them. That's cool too. Number three, you're going to share this content, your version of this content, back into your social networks. And we're going to teach you, of course, in our training how to build your audience daily so that every time you do share this content back into your social networks, more and more people will be able to be exposed to it. Number four, you're going to have your solutions, your marketing promotions, your transition into marketing invitations, marketing messages. You're going to have those embedded in your content and in your follow-up messages, in your follow-up emails as well. You're going to refer back to it. And number five, of course, we build an email list here at Power Lead System. So we're going to leverage that email list by emailing your list to this trending content on your platforms consistently every single day. Okay? Those are the 5 steps to the process. Now, let's break it down a little bit more. Let's talk about setting up your funnel. You should, if you're here at Power Lead System, guys, if you've been coming to these Thursday trainings, you already have your funnel. You know where to find a funnel that's pre-built, done for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. And then absolutely, we've shown you how to begin to create your own lead capture pages, create your own selling funnels, customize, personally brand everything that you want for whatever offer you want. But in the very beginning, just use those pre-built funnels. They come with a complete marketing system, capture pages, sales pages, presentations, hangout pages for follow-up, and the follow-up email campaigns. So I know that you already have your funnel set up. What is a funnel? It's a lead capture page. It's a sales page. It's your follow-up emails. Then you're going to be inviting people back, if they have any questions, to ask you, go back and ask you on your fan page, on your Facebook, or your blog to get more deeper into some valuable content that you're going to be sharing on your blog. So you could take them from your email back to your blog. You can take them from your Twitter to your blog. You could take them from your Facebook to your blog, right? Or if you're not using a blog just yet, that's okay. That's why you want to set up a business fan page. You can do a lot of this kind of content distribution on a business fan page. Okay, so that is it right there. Lead capture page, sales page, follow-up emails, and a business-ready fan page and or your blog. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about setting up Facebook and Twitter for business. And how do you set up Facebook for business? Well, as far as I'm concerned, here's how I think of it. Facebook gives you a lot of things you can do to your Facebook account. We'll break it down right here with these 5 elements to create little mini capture pages, little micro lead capture pages inside of your Facebook profile and business fan page. What am I talking about? Well, there's certain things that you can do with your profile picture to create a lead capture page out of it. There's certain things you can do with your cover picture to turn it into a little micro lead capture page so that you have little lead capture magnets attracting people to click on a link and go to one of your lead capture pages all over the place. Okay, your call to action buttons on fan page, we'll go over those right now, how to set it up the way I would anyway. Your about section in your profile on both your fan page and your personal Facebook. And also in Facebook business page, they have a great tool where you can use the messenger in your fan page as an autoresponder, as an auto reply, meaning every single time somebody clicks to send you a message to your fan page, a private message to your fan page, your auto reply message can automatically go every single time back to them. And that's a great piece of marketing real estate because now it's basically acting like your autoresponder. And you know, people are checking on their Facebook when they get a message, they check that way faster and way more closely than they do their email these days. So this is a very powerful concept, a very powerful tactic in this overall strategy. That's an important piece of the puzzle. I'm going to have you on Facebook, no matter what the question is, no matter what you're posting, you're always going to be saying, if you have any questions, I'm here to help you. Send me a private message. Private message me at my fan page. Send me a message. Message me with any questions. I'm here to help, right? If I just do that with this presentation tonight and teach you how to set up an auto reply in your messenger and your fan page, you would have right there built a very powerful lead generation tool right inside of your Facebook fan page. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about by setting up Facebook and Twitter for business. You know, you can't do too much on Twitter, but what you can do in your profile is very important. We'll cover that in a second. Okay, so let's talk about setting up a Facebook business page. It's free. Beginners, if you're a true newbie to internet marketing, I highly recommend you begin to use a business Facebook page, a fan page, a business page on Facebook as a blog. Just consider it a blog. I'll show you exactly how to set it up and pimp it out for business right now so it becomes a lead generation and sales creating machine for you. But how do you go set one up? Well, it's free. You could set one up very easily by going to the link that you see inside the red little box there. Facebook.com/business/learn/setup Facebook page. Now you land on this page and you can set up a free Facebook business page here in a matter of minutes from a mobile device or a computer. Very, very simple. They're going to ask you, here's the question I always get, they're going to ask you what category you want for your Facebook business page. There's one called public figure. Just use that one. Keep it simple. Just use that, public figure, okay? And go through the steps. Very super simple to set it up, just like you set up your regular profile. Super simple. Okay, so set up your business page for free, and then let's go pimp it out and get it ready for lead generation. So what do I mean by setting up your Facebook for lead generation? Well, we're going to create a lot of little micro lead capture pages inside this Facebook fan page of yours, this business page. And I'm talking about 4 elements here. I'm talking about number 1, your profile picture. Number 2, your cover picture, turning those 2 into lead capture pages. Number 3, your CTA button and your about section, right? The call to action button, you see an arrow pointing to the right there, leading to the blue button that says learn more. Sometimes you can use the one that says watch video You know, something like that where people click and they go to whatever lead capture page you want them to go to. You're also going to get another button by default that just says message. People can hit that, click that button, and they'll instantly send you a private message with any questions they have. And that's exactly what we want them to do. I want people to message me because then number 4 works for me. The messenger auto reply system. For free. You don't have to pay for this stuff, guys. You just have to be smart and strategic in your thinking on setting it up. So let's go through them one by one. Profile pic, cover pic, your call to action buttons and about section, and turning on and loading up a message in your messenger auto reply. First, what I'm going to do is blow up the profile picture and the cover picture so when people click on it, this is what they'll see. Boom. See that? Let's start with the left. Profile picture. Always, here's a little template to use for this. Whenever you're posting a picture on Facebook, people are conditioned. They're addicted. They're conditioned to clicking on your pictures and seeing what's the story behind that picture, right? They want to read the post behind the picture. And so anyway, you can use that prime real estate, prime marketing real estate on Facebook, the post of your picture, the description of your picture, to generate leads. And I use it as a little place to put a little tiny solo ad kind of language, or a little 2 or 3 line classified ad kind of language, right? Here's the template. Number 1, use 1 sentence tops, just 1 sentence, and tell the story of the picture, right? Just give a little quick reminder of what was going on in the picture, and then transition into a quick marketing invitation message. Okay, here's a couple of examples. On my profile picture, I say something like this, and you can model and tweak it and refine it, but you know, just to give you an idea of what you can put on your pictures. For my profile, they click on it, it opens up like that, like a post, and it says, you know what my favorite part of social media and my smartphone is? Teaching people how to make money with it. If you have a smartphone, you might want to learn how to make money with simple text messages and a free Facebook page like this one. Read everything here, and that's where I put my link to a capture page. And then notice I write under there, message me after you sign up. I want people to message me. That lets my auto reply go to work for me. Okay, and then they'll click on that link and go opt in, and I generate leads this way. Just by getting people to my fan page. It doesn't matter why they came there. Could be a news story, could be a video I'm sharing from YouTube, could be anything, right? But when they get there, they get a little nosy, they start clicking around. If they open up these pictures, they're going to see little marketing messages. Okay, notice I'm not blatantly spamming them and using a bunch of hype or anything. It's just a neat little attraction marketing focused message that leads them to want to click on my link, and they become a lead in my email list. So now with the cover picture, same thing. You know, they open up my cover picture by clicking on it, and they're going to see the message. You know what's really cool? Making money daily with your smartphone online. Let's make you some money. Read everything here, and the link to my lead capture page is there, and then message me after you sign up. Okay, so again, in review, turn your Facebook cover picture into a lead capture page by writing a little value-focused promotion in the post of your cover picture and include your link. Very, very simple, but very powerful, and so many people completely ignore this. And this is the way, so now when people show up to my fan page, you know, I know that I'm framing little micro capture pages all over the profile section of my fan page. All right, so now let's talk about the about section and the message auto reply. The about section is real simple. Take the same concept that I just gave you and use those little messages like one-liners or two-line little ads just to get clicks over to a lead capture page. When you go into your about section, every section has a little edit clickable link so you can edit whatever you want to change in there. And that's where you can take these little messages. For example, one of these samples here is where it gives you a place to write your mission, right? A little bit of your mission statement. Well, I'm not going to get all corporate mission statement and bore people to death. Nobody cares about that. They don't care, you know. But I'm going to give them something compelling, an offer to click on, right? So a different kind of a message, more like a direct marketing ad, direct response style, you know, 1 or 2 line classified ad. So in that section it says smartphone money, read everything here. Okay, that headline says it all. Smartphone money, read everything here. Then my link is there, and then it says message me after you sign up. Okay, I make myself completely available. I've turned my cell phone into a texting voicemail, right? They can just text me message, or they can call me and I have it on voicemail, so I screen all my calls. It goes right into voicemail. They listen to my voicemail. Another little marketing advantage, marketing opportunity there. You know, I compel them to leave me a very detailed message, and so they leave me their messages, and I can follow up with them after I screen their message, right? If they text me, then I have an opportunity to text them back, right? I answer their question, whatever it is, really quickly, and I transition into an invitation to click on a link to go check out some info and message me back with any questions. Very simple concept here, guys. But if you don't set this up, you'll never get it started, right? You'll never start the process. There's other sections all over your About section where you can write in some text. I usually use those as opportunities to create a little selling message on there, like the other one where it says your story. I just put down there, you know, make money texting. Read everything here. Boom. Put a little link to whatever capture page I want them to go to, and then it says message me after you join. Okay, so make sure you embed small promotions like these leading to your lead capture page and your contact information, so when people come to your Facebook from your content or from your follow-up emails to cold opt-ins, they can easily find you and your offers. Now, on the right-hand side on the top of your Facebook fan page, you'll see settings. See the arrow way up the top there on the right? It says settings. When you click on settings, in the middle and on the left, you'll see something referring to your messenger, your messaging, right? First off, in the center is where you want to click to turn on your messaging system. Okay, turn on your messenger. Most by default it's off. You got to turn it on. Once you turn it on, then over on the left, you're going in settings, you're going to see also where it says messages, something having to do with messages or messenger. Click on that and it opens up what you're seeing here where it says response assistant. This is your message auto reply system. It's like a little tiny autoresponder on your fan page, and it's supremely valuable for marketing, because here all you got to do is follow the arrows and make sure that you have turned them on. The different spots here, there's 3 different spots. It only showed 2 on the screenshot, but there's really 3. And you can use this kind of language till you get your own style. You can write whatever language you want. But this is what I do, because the job of my fan page is to collect leads and to sell stuff. Okay, so I'm doing business. And when they send me a message, I automatically send them back a reply that goes a little bit like this. You know, hi, first name, thanks for your message. Read everything here. Let's make you some money. Go here, and then I put my link to a capture page, and then it says message me after signing up. Notice the other message below that says, hey there, first name, smartphone money. Information is here, and put down a link to your lead capture page, and then finish off with something about let's make you some money online. Talk soon, Franco. Message me with any questions. Right? You only have a certain amount of characters that you can use in these, so they have to be like tweets, very short and succinct. Okay, but now you've turned on your auto reply, you've set up your about section with little tiny little lead generation phrases in there, you've set up your profile picture and your cover picture. Well, now let's set up the call to action button is the last thing, right? So call to action button, very simple. As long as you select a call to action button other than message, then Facebook will allow you to use 2 buttons like you see on this picture. You see one says learn more, the other one says message. Well, when you hover over it, when you're on your own page, you hover over the one that says learn more, you can click on edit, and you can put in a link to a lead capture page wherever you want them to go. When they click on learn more, they'll go to whatever page you put in there. So put a lead capture page on there, right? And the other one, obviously, they'll click on message. They're going to send you a private message, which you have your auto reply now set up and ready to send them a marketing message that generates leads. Okay, see what we did here? So now this is all autopilot. They're going to stumble and bumble around. They're going to find ways to get on your email list and become a lead, number 1. Number 2, subconsciously, you're going to be positioned as a professional. This is not amateur hour on Facebook just spamming people. This is a very professional positioning so that when they get curious and start clicking around, they're going to find different spots where they can quickly get some more information, and they're also creating email leads for you. Okay, so you have to set up your business page, build it and they will come. Well, build it right. If you build it wrong, you can get traffic to your Facebook, but that doesn't mean you're going to generate leads or sales with it. But if you build it right, like this, you build in some little lead magnets inside of it, and you give them a nice path to become a lead for you, you're going to generate leads. Okay, so let's keep on flowing now. Now let's talk a little bit about setting up a marketing blog for business. Obviously, in Power Lead System, you have access to the Power blog. Go through the tutorials, but I'm going to show you on my own personal blog the 3 main areas that I use on my blog to generate leads on autopilot all of the time. And this is evergreen. This is nothing you have to reinvent every day or whatever. This, you build it, it's there, it's built into your blog. Now it's a lead attraction machine. Okay, so number 1 is I like using a clean theme with a menu tab of pages across the top right under my header graphic, right under the main. I'll show you right now what it looks like, but that menu tab is where I put links to pages where they can click, and I offer basic training. I invite them to the Hangout. I offer to show them a list of the marketing tools I use. I offer a page that says, money programs, so they can click and see the different affiliate marketing offers that I can help them sell, right? And obviously everything leads into Power Lead System. So whatever you sell, you can set them up in these very direct pages, static pages that are really direct response marketing information centers. And as long as you have a menu bar at the top with those, you don't have to worry about pitching them all the time. You can just remind them in your content to click on the Back to Basics to learn the basics of internet marketing, or to click on resources, or on traffic sources, or on the money programs, or whatever you want them to click on, whatever you want to call it, your coaching program, so that they can see invitations to those offers that you are promoting. Okay, so the menu tab with pages and promotions. Number 2 is a sidebar over on the right hand side. I'll show you when we get to my blog right now. I have a sidebar on the side of my blog where I have some banners and little tiny intro videos that sell opting in on those banners, and that generates leads. I'll show you what I mean by that, but you can put offers there. That's a good place to put a couple of banners so that you're generating leads just by sending people to your blog to read whatever content you're sharing with them. All right, so sidebars with promos. And number 3, I finish off every single blog post with a list building promotion in each post. Like when you're watching a baseball game on TV, at the end of every inning of baseball, they're covering the play-by-play, but when they get 3 outs and they're going into the dugout, they break for commercials. And that's what I do. At the end of every blog post, that's the end of an inning for me. So I put a promotional post there at the bottom with an image and an invitation to click to get some free information about something having to do with marketing online, making money online, generating leads, traffic, whatever. I'll show you what it looks like. So those 3 elements is how I create a lead generation system out of my blog. Okay, menu tab with pages and promotions up at the top, sidebar on the side, and at the bottom of every post, a list building promotion on each post. That way it creates kind of a frame all the way around the content that they click to go see. I give them the content, but framed all the way around it are different ways, different offers that they can become a lead in my email list and go see a presentation. Okay? So let's shift gears a little bit here. Let's talk about the daily protocol. Once you have this stuff set up, okay, you have your business page, you have your offer, you have your lead capture page, all that stuff's ready to go. What does the daily procedure look like? Well, the daily protocol is number 1, you're going to go and locate, you're going to check Twitter Explore on your phone, right? It says Explore, little magnifying glass. On the desktop, on the laptop, you just go and it's a search function on Twitter. You go into the search, and on the sidebar there on your computer, you'll see the trending hashtags on Twitter. These are usually things that the public, the masses in the public, are all over. They're already going viral. They may be news stories or stories about celebrities or current events or something that's happening, some big sporting thing, whatever. To trend, it means it has to have a massive pile of traffic already consuming that conversation, that trending topic, a trending hashtag. So you're just going to leverage and ride those trending hashtags in order to tap into that traffic and direct it over to your platform, to your messages. Okay, number 2, you're going to check news aggregator sites of your choice, right? It could be drudgereport.com, it can be CNN, it could be Mother Jones, it could be Democracy Now, wherever you go for news. I'm not talking about your own market niche yet. That's number 3. But for general current events, geopolitics, news, local news, national news, state news, whatever, go to your favorite news aggregation website and find the trending stories. What happened? Was there a big old press conference that some politician gave that had all the attention? Is there a rock band that's having a concert in your town? What's going on? What are the trending stories? You don't want to be a judge of that. You're not going in to dictate to the market what they should be reading and paying attention to. Okay? In this strategy, you're not doing that. In this strategy, you're letting the market tell you what they're piling on all over as far as trending content, trending stories, trending videos, trending hashtags. You're going in to allow the market to tell you what they're already loving to consume as content so that you can repurpose that content and leverage it for yourself. Okay, number 3, the other place you're going to find trending content that's already got a lot of traffic on it is check your own marketing niche. If it's network marketing, go follow some big time influencers in the network marketing arena. The network marketing lawyers, the network marketing selling association, the leaders in your company, the trainers that they bring in at your events. You know who they are. You know who these people are. Eric Worre, Jim Rohn, sites like that. Sites like that, okay? And the people that they follow, that they tag up with when they go to on the personal development side of things, they usually veer into people like Tony Robbins. When they're talking about that kind of stuff of more financial education, you got your Robert Kiyosaki information, right? You got your Mike Maloney, goldmoney.com. You got economic news, right? You got trending top leaders in your industry, in your profession, in your company. Usually the entire market is already following certain influencers. Look for them, and they're going to dictate to you what people are paying attention to. Okay, so with those 3 things, the biggest thing here, though, is the first 2. Okay, Twitter, trending hashtags, because those are universal. You want to find traffic, you want to generate traffic, leverage into trending hashtags and trending news stories. Okay, and then, of course, when you find that content, number 4, you're going to create content, your own content, about those topics. And you're going to share them back on your social media relentlessly. That's what you're going to do. Okay? Even just sharing it. You don't have to rewrite it. You can just share to it, retweet it, things like this. I'll show you. So, but that's what you're going to do in essence. You're going to find that trending content and you're going to create your own content pieces about those topics and you're going to share them back with your audience on social media. Okay? And then you're going to follow up tactically, because everybody in marketing that knows what they're doing knows that the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is on the back end. What are you doing to follow up with your prospects? Right? So number 1, you're going to invite your cold leads from solo ads or whatever traffic you're buying, paid advertising, paid traffic. You're going to invite those cold leads from your email list to follow you on Facebook and on your blog or fan page, whatever you're using as a content platform for now. Okay? So you're going to invite your cold leads from your email list to follow you on Facebook to get answers to their questions. You want them to start warming up to you. There's no better place to do it than on social media. Invite them to your social media all of the time. That's the place where they can ask you questions about anything. Okay? Number 2, they will see you. When they go to your social media, they will see you delivering value and consistent, relevant content, right? This helps build rapport and trust. This helps people want to buy from you. And this also warms up your cold leads from traffic buys. So make sure you plug this in with your cold advertising follow-up system by doing that. Having people simply click on a link in an email to go follow you and ask you any question on your Facebook. That's all you got to do. Okay? So now let's talk a little bit about tactical setup for Twitter. You can't do much with Twitter, which is good because you can't get confused. You can't break it. So there you see on the right arrow, you can edit your profile, cover picture and profile picture. Profile picture, I'm a big stickler for having your profile picture be you and your smile, looking positive, looking empowered, happy, Happy person. Happy people attract other happy people. Okay? So make sure it's your profile picture is your face, your smile, and then your cover picture. I use it to, and this can change all the time. Your cover picture is what you can change relatively all the time, and I use it to give people a little insider look at my personality, what I'm interested in, a little bit about, I want them, when they look briefly at my cover picture and my profile, I want them to get even the tiniest sense of, you know what, I think I know what this guy's about, right? I know what this guy's about. I know a little bit about what his personality must be like, okay? And that builds a little bit of rapport instantly just in and of itself. And so you can communicate that kind of non-verbal communication, non-verbal language you can do by the images that you share on your profile. Okay, the cover picture and the profile picture. Other things you can do on your Twitter is create your little bio down there under my profile picture. You can see the little bio. Use that as a model, something that you can tweak and make your own. And then also they give you a spot where you can put your website link. So I would put, if I were you, put the link to your lead capture page there. Or some people like to put the link of their Facebook fan page there. That's great too, because you want to move people from Twitter over to your Facebook fan page or over to your lead capture page or your blog, either way. Okay, but have a way for them to quickly find your content is the main point. And then another part that a lot of people don't use as a piece of marketing real estate that's very valuable on Twitter is you can pin a tweet that will always be at the top, the very first tweet when people come to your profile. I use that as a little piece of psychological marketing. I'll put something there. Either I'm trying to make people, agree with their head bobbing up and down, or I'm making them want to make them laugh, or I just put an invitation to click here to get some information on a fun, simple, fast way to make money online and have your link on it. But whatever it is, it's very important. Pin a tweet up at the top. That way you don't have to worry about quote unquote selling or pitching on every single tweet. All you got to do is keep jumping in conversations, retweeting people, replying to people, jumping in the talks and conversations and debates and sharing cool information. And just by doing that on other people's Twitter all over the place, following those, writing those trending hashtags, those are conversations that are getting masses of traffic. When people like what you post about or how you respond to something, instantly, by human nature, they're interested in learning more about who you are. And they do that by clicking. Notice every single time you tweet, your little profile picture is there, your little avatar picture with your name, right? So every time you tweet, they see your smile, they see your name, and they read your thoughts. Your tweet is your thought. The actual content tweeted is your thoughts, right? That's your brand, guys. That's your brand. Your smile, your name, and your thoughts that you're sharing. Is it repelling? Is it attractive? Right? That's the game. You want to be more attractive. And so when you do that and people like what you're tweeting about or retweeting about or commenting on other tweets about, if they like what you post, if it moves them to agree with you or laugh with you or whatever, the first thing they're going to say is, who is this person? And they're going to click on your little picture or your name, and that gets them to your profile. What do they see on your profile? Well, they're going to see your bio, the website they can link to get some more content about you. They're going to see your profile picture, your cover picture, and your pinned tweet is always going to be there. Okay, so now you've set up your Twitter as a sort of lead capture page as well. Okay, so what's next? So let's talk about, we talked a little bit about how I set up my blog to generate leads. And this is just a visual of it, right? My main blog. You could set up a blog with a Power Blog in Power Lead System that looks very much like this. Just a clean informational blog. And notice I told you about that menu, the menu tabs on the top. Notice how those lead to names of pages that do a lot of selling and value delivery for me. And they stay there, autopilot, 100% of the time. So it doesn't matter whether I'm posting about, the truth about the Donald Trump Muslim ban or affiliate marketing basics for beginners. It doesn't matter if I'm reviewing a new funnel that I've created with Power Lead System, a new capture page design, or some aspect of the compensation plan. Maybe I'm sharing one of the videos that we use to sell Social Profit Academy, one of the upgrades. Whatever I'm doing, it doesn't matter what I'm blogging or tweeting or whatever about. When it becomes a blog post, it doesn't matter why they got there. Once they do get there, they're going to see the header graphic, they're going to see the menu bar, they're going to see the sidebar. Notice how I put little banners that promote for me anything I want to promote on the sidebar. Okay, if you go to my blog, you'll see I also have little mini intro videos right above my banners, and so that way people can click on a little 30-second or 1-minute video, hear why I think opting in or clicking on that banner is a good idea, and hey, I'm selling the banner click, right? So then if they see a little 30-minute, 1-minute video and it compels them to click on that banner and opt in, I'm generating leads. So I have banners that generate leads for me. On the sidebar, on the right-hand side, I have the menu bar at the top, and then that's the way the headlines of the actual blog posts look. And I'll go deeper into posting content on your blog to get leads in a little bit when we wrap this up, okay? So here's the big picture, okay? Here are the 3 things that this strategy is working together with, 3 concepts, okay? And I want you to just pay attention to the headline. See that white headline there? All right, let me do it this way. Don't look at that white headline there. See how that works? Call attention to something. People focus on something. Remember that in all your marketing. Call attention to something, even if it's negative. Even if you're telling them, if you don't want to make money on the internet, don't worry. Just don't click on that link in this post. Yeah, they're going to click. Anyway, a little bit of psychological marketing here as a bonus. But anyway, don't pay attention to the headline only, okay? The headline only. Check it out. There's 3 parts that we're going to do with this strategy. Number 1 is build your audience so that then we can mobilize your audience and then we can monetize your audience. So before we monetize your audience, we got to mobilize your audience. Before we mobilize your audience, we got to build one, right? So how do we do this? So let's talk a little bit about building your audience. Remember, we have a lot of training on this too inside. Buy those training courses because a lot of those concepts are in there in more detail. Okay, but real quick, number 1, the beauty of trending hashtags on Twitter and trending news items on news aggregators. But let's talk about the trending hashtags on Twitter. That's instant traffic. They wouldn't be a trending hashtag if it didn't already have a massive dog pile of traffic all over it, right? So that's the strategic use of the trending hashtags on Twitter. That's where the traffic is at. And guess what? Here's the great news. But Franco, I don't have any followers on Twitter. You don't need any. You're going to get some if you follow this training. You're going to get a lot of them real fast. But you don't need any because on Twitter, the awesome thing about Twitter is that even if you have 0 followers, if you jump into some trending popular conversations and debates where people are tweeting and ripping each other's eyeballs out with their tweets, right? There's an active debate going on and for and against and this and that, positive, negative, whatever. You jump into those conversations and man, you already have hundreds of thousands of eyeballs all over you, right? That's traffic. And so it just matters, well then, what are you posting? What are you communicating? It's the attractive factor in your comments, in your replies, in your tweets that are going to determine whether people want to follow you or like your retweet or tweet or click on your profile to go check you out. Okay, so I'm going to try to teach you the best of my ability how to be attractive to other people when you jump into these high traffic trending hashtag conversations on Twitter. But the beautiful thing about that is that it's instant traffic. Whether you have followers or not, it doesn't matter. That's awesome. You jump into some big conversations and get a lot of visibility. Okay. Number 2, trending hashtags is an instant audience, right? Depending on how you're posting and how you're positioning yourself, what you're saying, that's an instant audience. Now, if they agree with what you say, you can get immediately, you could get hundreds, you can get thousands of retweets and likes and followers immediately. You can get hundreds of followers, okay? If you're consistent, you're going to build your audience this way, okay? Number 3, I would recommend another way to build your audience is to write down a list of the 20 maybe to 30, 20 to 30, 10 to 20 of the top influencers, top producers, top money makers, and top trainers in your industry, whatever it is. Follow those people, the big time gurus. Why? Because your entire market is already following them. There's your future followers, right? And then you want to begin to communicate and jump into the conversations of their followers. You want to follow them around and comment on their stuff, like their stuff, comment, retweet, reply to their stuff. And when people begin to see that you're interested in them, guess what? They'll be interested in you. They'll click to go see your profile. If you set it up correctly, like we're teaching you, you're going to be okay. You're going to generate followers and leads that way. They're going to click around. That's the whole process. And if you get lazy and you don't, then they won't. They'll be repelled by you, or they will ignore you because they'll find you boring, right? I mean, I'm just being honest, okay? So that's why we teach you how to set it up right. Number 4 is, okay, so you start following some influencers, you start following a few of their followers around. What do you do next? Well, I already talked about it. I call it P&E, post and engage on their content. See, a lot of people make the mistake of staying focused on just posting stuff on their own Twitter, on their own Facebook wall, right? But they never get out there and jump into other conversations. And if you don't have a following, just posting stuff on your own page is going to do nothing. Now, that's one part of it that you're posting there. So when people get there, they see something cool and attractive, they click around, right? But if they never get there, it doesn't matter what you have up, right? And so this is how you get people to begin to want to follow you to get back to your home on Twitter, to your home. You want them coming over to your place on Facebook. You want them coming over to check out your Twitter feed, right? Your Twitter profile. And you do that by seeking them out first. That's where number 3 comes in. That's where number 2 comes in. That's where number 1 comes in. It allows you to find a lot of people talking about content that's trending, or content within your sphere of influence, within your market niche. Okay, so now that you found the people, well, begin to P&E, begin to post and engage on their content, like their stuff, comment on their stuff, retweet their stuff, share their stuff, reply to their stuff, right? This is where you use a lot of Dale Carnegie's strategies, How to Win Friends and Influence People, that 100-year-old book. But you apply Dale Carnegie's strategies, How to Win Friends and Influence People, into your posting and engaging. That way you attract them even more, even faster, and even deeper. Okay? And number 5, you build up an audience also with Facebook fan page by very super cheap advertising. I mean, you can put it in your budget and for 3 days do $5 a day or $10 a day for 3 days. My goodness. Right? And just create a like campaign just to get likes on your fan page, knowing that you're posting good stuff on there from trending hashtags and trending news stories, trending videos. Have something cool there. But sure, you can open up a little micro advertising campaign like that, not to try and drill them into becoming a lead right now. Franco, I did this, yesterday and I have not converted sales. It's not working. No, that's not that kind of marketing. That's not that kind of advertising. What you're doing here is remember the headline. You're not here to sell yet. You're building an audience. You want to build an audience. So, Oprah Winfrey didn't earn billions of dollars in the very beginning when she did not have an audience. The very first thing, she worked for years to build up her audience. She gave value. She was consistent. She was there every day. She was sharing other people's content. She was introducing people to other people's videos and other people's speeches, other people's books, other people's movies. She would interview them. She gave value, value, value. Her audience began to build and build and build, and then she was the absolute monarch. She was the queen, the owner of daytime TV Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock, whatever time her show came on, right? But she focused first on building her audience. Then, once she had an audience, she used all these kinds of elements in her own way. But once she built up an audience, then what did she do? she began to mobilize her audience to her marketing messages, to her causes, to her products, to her endorsements, right? She mobilized her audience to come deeper into her fold. She did that by setting up her own website, buying her own magazines, giving them more of her content, more of her movies, more of her story. She deepened the relationship. She mobilized her audience to different content that built the trust between her audience and her more, right? So how do we do it? Well, we can mobilize an audience that you're building by, number one, trending hashtags and stories are already viral. Okay, these are things that people are jumping all over. So if you see a trending hashtag and a story, this and that, and you put your spin on it, you add your own 2 cents and repost that in your own trending story, the people, that's already viral. They're going to come. They're going to be mobilized to go track down your content. You're going to start building an audience, and you will begin to mobilize them by using content that can polarize them, right? The people that are not interested in what you're passionate about, they'll self-filter themselves out, but it attracts the people that really resonate with you. It attracts them more and deeper to you, right? It's polarizing content. It's provocative content. You're going to share some content that you find that's trending that elicits provocation. It provokes them to comment all over the place. They just want to get their face heard and seen, right? They need to post and give their 2 cents of whatever you're posting about. And it compels people to come closer to you because they're finding that you're like-minded. Okay, number 3, when you're doing this, expect some naysayers. Expect some haters. Par for the course, but who cares? You know, consistency here is golden. Like what we were talking about with Oprah Winfrey. She wasn't there one day and then gone 9 months and then come back to start over for 1 or 2 days and then quit again for 9 months. She was consistently there every day. She became a media channel as a human being. Her walking around, she's a walking, talking media channel. That's what she became. You want to do as much as possible to become the same thing to your market. You want to become a walking resource to your market. And in your posting, you're going to be doing, this is a concept that I ripped off from Gary Vaynerchuk, who teaches this stuff. He calls it jab, 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 and then right hook to a sales pitch, right? That's how he does it. Jab, 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 value, 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 fun, 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 share, 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 right hook. Invite them to go check out an offer. Invite them to come to your Hangout. Invite them to check out your product. Invite them to learn about your compensation plan, right? Jab, 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 sharing content, cool content, value, 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 and then an invitation to come closer to your marketing messages. That's what we mean by mobilizing your audience, right? And then, of course, once you've got your audience built and they're mobilized to your messages, well, then they're going to walk a path into your marketing process. And this is the way that usually works, the way we do it. Monetizing your audience. Number 1, your content, what we're doing here is going to move people from the social platforms to your content platform, your fan page, your blog, your Twitter, right? Your platform. From wherever they are, wherever you find them in the trending hashtags and in a bunch of different conversations, how you post will attract some of them to come to check you out in your platform. And then from there, you want to transition from your content platform into your marketing funnel, your lead capture page, right? Then you're going to collect leads, and your system is going to do video presentations, right? That's what we all know with our marketing funnels. And then from there, of course, your email follow-ups are going to start to go out to them and offer them a link to get back to the videos so they can buy something, your presentations, and to ask you any questions they have on your Facebook. Okay, see how they're transitioning into deeper down your funnel? And then number 5, you're going to then connect with them in the follow-up process and listen to their problems, listen to their vision, listen to what they say they want to do, and you're going to craft your solutions and invite them to grab your solutions so that they can get what they want done, right? You're going to connect, you're going to listen, you're going to serve them with value, and you're going to close sales by inviting them into your team. That's the way you monetize your audience, right? Now, what this builds is an evergreen traffic and lead system. Number one, let's go through this process again. Number one, trending content is always there. This is what makes it evergreen, never goes out of style. There's always something that's trending, a video, a news report, a hashtag, whatever. Number two, massive piles of people are always on that content already. You don't have to wonder where the traffic is. I'm taking you to it. Number three, your market is already buying your solution. Number four, this method puts you in the middle and it brands you as their resource, their valuable resource. And number five, your funnel system, your marketing pages, your marketing system, lead capture page, sales presentation videos, and follow-up emails, maybe your Hangouts, your conference calls and follow-up, those things. Your funnel system turns consumers of content into leads and then customers and affiliates, and it helps your team replicate because you can lead them right to this training so that they can pick whatever they're passionate about, whatever they're interested in, and they can model this strategy in whatever they are interested in. Works across all kinds of philosophies, of passions, of interests, of all kinds of different topics. You can create this systemized lead generation, tactical content marketing strategy around anything, okay? And so that's the way it turns into an evergreen traffic and lead system. And so now at the very end here, let me give you an absolute example of an undeniable traffic generation campaign that I just leveraged, right? So as you remember, a couple of weeks ago, the biggest trending hashtag in all of the internet was something having to do with Trump's Muslim ban or travel ban, right? But at the when it was hot, on that Friday when that came out, it was everywhere. What was everywhere was hashtag Muslim ban. It was trending. And so I went right to Twitter. I saw that it was trending. It wasn't on there at that minute when I took this screenshot, but that's where they show up, on the sidebar when you're on your laptop or whatever. The trending hashtags and the trending keyword phrases are right there. And then remember I said follow some news aggregators, follow some influencers in that kind of content. Well, I follow certain people that I'm a video guy, love video. Sharing video is easy for me. I can get a lot of messages, get my message across using other people's videos, right? So anyway, I follow certain people that follow these kinds of trends, these kinds of conversations, but they are content creators. They create great, like this guy, Stefan Molyneux. I like Stefan Molyneux. I've been following him for years. Love the way he does video presentations on a whole host of topics. So he had already jumped on this trend. I learned this from them, guys. These are like top of the line social marketers. They know how to generate attention, right? And they generate a lot of traffic and clicks and impressions. So anyway, following Stefan, I said, Stefan has got to be on this thing. Sure enough, I went to my Twitter. He had already created a beautifully produced video explaining his point. It so happens that I happen to agree with a lot of his political viewpoints as well. So it just works perfect. The guy does high quality video and I agree with him, more than half the time. And so he was all over this trending hashtag. And so in a matter of like 2 or 3 seconds, I had the headline, I had the trending hashtag. I knew exactly what I was going to create. I was going to take his video and use that as my content piece that day and transition it into internet marketing. How in the world did I do that? Well, I checked on my Twitter. I follow certain people so I see what's going on, and that's what I saw. So I used that content and I put it on my blog like this. Boom, right? When you go to my blog and you just see the little headline with a little blurb, it looks like the one on the left. When you click on that, it opens up the full post and you see my headline at the top, the video content, and then my blurb, a quick little 2 cents about what I thought of this is beneath it, right? Little outline format, so Trump, number 1 is this, number 2 is that, this is what's going on, that's what's going, the who, what, when, why, whatever. And then I transition into my marketing message. So as you scroll down this blog post, the very next thing you see beneath the video is the next slide. So notice I didn't create anything original. That's basically Stefan Molyneux's headline. It's his video. I just put it on my content and reshared it with my audience on social media. That's all I did. And then I sent an email to my email list inviting them to this content. Hey, did you guys hear about the Muslim ban today? What's going on with Trump? Click here. Breaking news, click here, right? You don't have to do this kind of political news. You could do it about anything, but I'm just showing you the format, okay, to make it quick. So that's what I did. So I shared it back into my social media with the link to my blog post about it, and I sent an email list, an email broadcast to my list and got them to this blog post. Why? Because then they can get to my marketing message. As they scroll beneath the video, that's how I transition into my marketing message, right? I write something to the effect of, truth media and red pills aren't enough, guys, to make you free if you're broke right now. No president, no government is going to save you financially in the next 90 days. But I've got something that can if you pay attention, right? And so I write something to the effect of, but if you combine it with these new skills that create cash flow and time freedom, you can really kick some ass and get out of their corrupt matrix. Click here for details and free training. See how I use whatever the content was about in my message to transition to why you should learn how to make your own money on the internet. Click here for free training, right? And they could see the banner there. Do you want to make money like Facebook, right? Or they can click the link there, and it goes to the same capture page that I created using Power Lead System. So then they see your marketing message, however you transition out of it, and they click on a banner picture like that, or they click on a clickable link like that. And then, of course, they get to your funnel, right? They get to your lead capture page where it re-emphasizes the offer. You've got embedded promotions that work to build your email list and get people constantly in front of your video presentations, whatever they may be. Isn't that cool? I just showed you how this whole thing comes together. 80% it was putting the pieces together and explaining the concept, but the last 10 to 20% is just super fast. You go get your trending hashtag, create your piece of content, put it on your platform, promote that back to your social media, email your list about it. They show up on your blog or on your fan page. They click, they see the content, it's cool. Then you have a little blurb in the comments or on your blog. They click, they get to a lead capture page, they opt in, and then bam, remember what, now you make sure that whatever your marketing messages are, that when they click and get to the lead capture page, that it makes sense, that it is congruent, that it matches. Okay, so notice the phrasing on the banner here. Do you want to make money like Facebook? So when they click there and get to the capture page, I better stay on message, right? Or else I lose the opt-in. Well, what does my capture page say that I built with Power Lead System? It says free video reveals how to make money like Facebook, right? I didn't deviate from the message at all, right? Do you want to make money like Facebook? Click here to learn how. When they get here, how to make money like Facebook from your laptop with a simple two-step system that you can start today. And then they opt in there, and then boom, they get to the video presentation. Right now they're receiving my follow-up emails. I can invite them back to more content. I can invite them back to my Facebook. I can always invite them back to watch the video, sell Power Lead System with it the way I do, sell other affiliate offers the way I do, the way you can, right? But that is the process. So again, the daily process, now that you've seen the whole path, now what's the daily process? It's really simple. Once you get it, this is fast. Number one, you go to Twitter and find the trending content or stories. Number two, you create your own content from those. And number three, you share that content on your platform back into your social media networks, your audience. And then, of course, number four, you email your existing list to your content. You're always getting them to your content because that gets them over to your marketing message, which takes them back into your presentations. And you're always inviting them to message you or reply to this email or click to message me on Facebook with any of your questions. I am truly here to help you. And I am. And you are. Right? And that's the daily process. Pretty simple. Right? Find trending content. All right. That's where the traffic is at. Create my version of that content. Put it on my blog. Put it on my fan page. Whatever. And then share that content in my social networks. And then email my list and get them to that content. And do this it's a daily process. It's not a once a month process. And then it won't work. But if it's daily, once you get this going, once you get it down, it's a 15 to 20 minute thing. That's it. You find your trending content, you create your piece out of it, you share it on social media, you shoot it out to your email list. I mean, let's go, right? So that's the way it is, guys. And that is tactical content marketing for traffic and leads. Tactical content marketing mastery. How to create and promote content on social networks that generates traffic, endless leads, and sales in your business on the internet. Guys, it's been fun sharing this with you. Watch this again and again. Use this in addition to buying traffic and advertising your business. And I promise you, you may not be where you want to be next week, but you're going to be a lot further ahead than other people who haven't even gotten started. So stay one step ahead of your market, become a resource of value, share this strategy, make this part of your daily operation, and you will generate leads and you will generate sales. Okay? So anyway, for another Thursday training session with Power Lead System, my name is Frank. I'll see you on the next episode, on the next coaching session. Okay, guys? Bye for now.